Okay, so here's the $1,000,000 question. We get this a dozen times a week, and that is very simple. How does a hunting lease work? Okay, well, let's talk about that. So when you lease hunting ground from a landowner, you don't actually lease the property. You have no rights to the ground itself. You can't plant crops. You can't cut down all the timber. You can't do any of those things. What you're leasing is access to the property. The landowner is simply saying, I will grant you the right exclusively, it should be, to access my property for hunting. And that's what a hunting lease is. And by the way, if you're new to hunting leases, don't think for a second that a hunting lease arrangement is new. This started back in the 1930s in Texas. Large landowners who were just looking for a better return on their investment made deals with local trappers. The trappers who were trapping public land said, boy, if I could pay you a small fee to trap on your property, help you out and make you some money, certainly would help me out. And that's how the hunting lease started. And from there, it just kind of spread into Louisiana and Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. Over the last 20, 25 years, it's become pretty prevalent in the Midwest because the arrangement itself is just beneficial to everybody when it's done correctly. So typically what will happen is if you're a landowner, you're going to have somebody ask you if they can access your property. Can they lease access to your property? And if you're a hunter, you might already know this landowner. So you and your group, whether it's 2, 3, 5, or 50 hunters, want to approach a landowner and say, here's what we'd like to do. We just want to hunt on your property. We're safe. We're good people. And for that, we're willing to purchase liability coverage so that the landowner knows right out of the gate they're not going to be sued from allowing this access. The hunters then have a safe place to hunt that is they can manage the game themselves. You have a full year of access, so you can hunt turkeys in the spring. You can hang trail cameras in the summer with landowner permission. You can plant food plots. You can maybe camp on the ground. And then you get to deer hunt and then, of course, shed hunt, and it just goes on. And after 2 or 3 years and you understand how that property works, you really, really start to reap the benefits of the arrangement. In fact, we did a survey a couple years ago of hunters that lease access to properties. 98% answered that they were happy with the arrangement and they would continue to lease. Now, that sounds like a high number. However, the University of Georgia and the Georgia Outdoor News did an exact same study. They found the same number of hunters that lease access. 98% are satisfied. Now, that's a tough number to argue with, in my opinion. And if the hunters are happy, the landowners are happy. And that's what we're looking for. So in that regard, I think the hunting experience is better for everybody and certainly more responsible. And again, 98%, that can't be wrong.